Hi, and thanks for watching once again. So once again, this week's been another busy week. And for many of us, I know some big news has happened. So this week, the Scout Association moved from the state of readiness of red to amber, which means we can start our planning for the return of safe face-to-face scouting, which is fantastic news. I'll talk about that a little bit more a bit later. Also this week, I've had a great opportunity to take part in lots of different meetings once again. One of the meetings I really enjoyed was on Wednesday when I get to work with the Cheltenham district team to talk about how we can possibly increase the number of young people moving from scouts to explorers and from explorers into network. There was some great ideas generated and I really enjoyed working with that team. So a big thank you to that team for letting me come along and help. Also this week, I was told about 11th Hucklecote. They had their virtual Under the Sea themed virtual camp last weekend, and all of the great activities they seem to have done look fantastic. They took part in the virtual campfire, they made jellyfish and octopus and did loads of games and different activities. What a great camp it looks like. Thank you for sharing it with me, and thank you for letting me open it with you at the beginning of last weekend. A big thank you to all of the leaders and the young leadership team there, all doing an amazing job in running that camp at home. Also, I was told by Helen and Caroline from First Woodmancote Beavers this week, telling me about how actually they've got a brand new beaver colony just started up very recently, and this week they were able to finish off the first Bronze Chief Scouts Award for a young person in their new colony, which is fantastic. Even in these circumstances where we've been having to do scouting from home, it's great news. AJ sadly missed out on the opportunity to do his My Outdoors challenge just before the lockdown kicked in, but in the meantime, supported by his grandma and his mum, as well as Caroline and Helen, they've been able to work together and help AJ achieve his Bronze Chief Scouts Award. So well done, AJ, a brilliant job, and well done to Caroline and Helen and all of the parents and supporters there as well. So thank you so much, and it's great to hear that he's still able to give out awards. I was also able to deliver another of our online courses this week for safeguarding. Really nice group of people that I got to work with, and a big thank you to all of them for giving up time to complete the safeguarding training. When you're watching this, or probably just before you've watched this, I will have just finished delivering a Module 12A, which is the quality program, using an online classroom as well. Don't forget, you can find out more about the dates that we've got for our online classroom training on our website at gscouts.org.uk/people/training, and you'll find our diary of dates just there. We're increasing the number of dates we're running all of the time and seeing what else we can do to deliver more training virtually. I would say a massive thank you to you if you've recently completed your safety or your safeguarding training. It's fantastic the number of people that are going through that at the moment, giving up their time to be able to complete that learning, whether it be via the online classroom or via the e-learning on the Scouts web pages. I really do appreciate you giving up the time. It's really important that together we work together to make sure that we are as safe as possible for scouting, whether that's online or face-to-face, just as important. I'm very pleased to say the number of people that now need to do their safety and safeguarding is slowly reducing, but there is still some more work to do. So if you're able to, and you've got the time and you've got the capacity to do so, I'd love it if you could complete your safety or your safeguarding training as soon as you can. The other area we really need to focus on at the moment is executives. Module 1E for executives, Module 1 for executives, is a module that's specifically aimed at trustees and talks about how, as trustees of the Scout Association, we have specific responsibilities that we all need to know and follow. So if you are an exec member, if I could ask you, if you get an email or if you've been encouraged to complete your Module 1 executive, please can I ask you to just take a little bit of time out and complete that module at your earliest convenience. We've got a lot of people, over 40% of exec members still need to complete that, and that's a lot of people across the whole of the county. So if you are an executive member and you're watching this right now and you can find some time to do that Module 1 executive, please speak to either our local training manager or just look up on the Scouts website and you'll be able to find where that learning is. I'd really appreciate it if you could do that. Hi, I've just taken a pause from recording my video in the garden because I wanted to share this really important message with you about safely restarting scouting in Gloucestershire. So on Monday the 6th of July, the Scout Association, following consultation with the National Youth Agency, changed the state of readiness for scouting in England from red to amber. This is fantastic because it now means as a county and as districts, groups and sections, we're now able to start planning and preparing to meet together in groups of up to a maximum of 15 people. This includes adults and young people. These meetings must be outdoors and social distancing measures must be in place. Some really important considerations to think about when we're doing this. No member of Scouting, adult or young person, can meet with more than one group at any day. So you're not allowed to be a leader for a group of beavers at 6 o'clock and then help out with the cubs at 7 o'clock on the same day. You must have meetings on separate days if you are having to attend both meetings. Everyone who meets face to face cannot meet another group on the same day. It's really important we get that. There's lots of guidelines to support you, of course, and how we do all of this, but I thought it might be useful to describe in one place what you need to do. So, the first thing that as section leadership teams you should do is discuss amongst the whole team whether or not you even want to meet again face to face at this point. You don't have to. There's no rush and there's no urgency to get back to doing face to face scouting. You can continue to do remote scouting if you want to, and it's the best thing for your leadership team and yourselves. You must remember that there are still adults that are going to need to be shielding still. There are still some that do not want to put themselves at risk. We should not be rushing anybody into meeting face to face unnecessarily. When you've agreed as a team that you want to start meeting, section leadership teams then need to write a risk assessment. They do need to be written down, and there's a great template on this website to help get you started that covers many of the really key points. You're going to need to risk assess all of the environments that you'll possibly meet in, whether that be the park, the space next to the headquarters, or you might even need to think about the car park where parents are dropping off and picking up young people as well. All of your risk assessment must cover all of the elements of the COVID code. You'll find this guidance and the guidelines that are online. Of course, you might need to risk assess the actual activity you're doing as well, whether that be playing a wide game or doing some hill walking. You must also risk assess those as activities. There's a great checklist in the guidance that helps you make sure you've considered everything that's really important around people, program and places. When you've written your risk assessments in full, you then share them with your group scout leader, if you're a Beaver Scout leadership team, a Cub Scout leadership team or a Scout leadership team, or you share them with your desk if you're an Explorer Scout leadership team. And you also share them with the relevant executive committee, whether that be group or district. They, together, will then review and consider. They'll think of any other risks that they are responsible for and need to assess and mitigate with you. Your GSL or your desk will then need to submit all of these risk assessments for all of the sections within the group or the unit and share them with the DC using a specific smart sheet online. You must use this smart sheet. You can find it on the Scouts web pages. The DC will review the risk assessments, any supporting documentation, and may have a discussion with the GSL or the desk to ensure that the whole people, program and places checklist has been effectively considered. If satisfied, the DC will then approve the restarting of scouting for that group or that Explorer Scout unit. Please note, you cannot start meeting face to face until you have had formal approval from your DC. So what happens next? Well, next you'll need to talk to young people and their parents to explain your plans and what they will need to do to help ensure the safety of everyone. They, of course, may choose not to put themselves at risk, whether that's because they're having to shield themselves, whether they're having to protect family members. There is no expectation for any young person to return face to face. It's really important we remember we should be flexible to meet our young people's needs. Another really important thing to remember is a part that's often forgotten, is to make sure that everybody involved in a meeting understands and has read the risk assessment that you have written. It's no good for one person in the section leadership team to have written it, submitted it and had it approved if everybody else doesn't know what's in it. It is your job as a team to make sure that everybody understands the risks and what you're doing to ensure the safety of everybody involved. As you get closer to meeting face to face, you might think of more risks or things may have to change. Please update your risk assessments and share them with your DC, even if they've already been approved. I really recommend that everybody takes a look at the guidance that's on the Scouts website. There's far more to know, but I really hope that this short video will give you a great overview of what's needed overall. And that's it. Once that's done, you can get back to delivering brilliant and inspiring programs for our young people. You may choose to supplement this with additional online activity, and as ever, there is a huge range of activities and program ideas available on the Great Indoors website. Good luck And thank you for doing this. So this weekend, it's the Great Indoors weekend. The 11th and 12th of July, it looks like it's been a fantastic weekend. I'm really excited about everything that I'm reading online about it, actually. It looks like it's going to be a great weekend, a great 24 hours. It's all being kicked off by the Chief Scout Bear Grylls. And then we've got great sessions, including Ed Stafford, who's going to be leading us in a session around building brilliant dens. We've got Dwayne Fields, who's been talking to us about how we can have great night's away experiences. Megan Hines, another explorer and adventure, just being able to tell us amazing things as well. We've also got the Gilward 24 team who'll be running overnight activities for those aged 14 and above, including quizzes, Taskmaster and some brilliant tunes, I've been told. And also the Space Agency, the UK Space Agency, showing us how to make rockets, the RAF telling us how to make whirlybird helicopters. Wow, what a weekend. There's a great load of activities. You can find out more on the website. And of course, if you want to know more and sign up, please do so. What I'm really excited about is that ability that is going to be everybody across the UK, whether you're in scouting or not in scouting. It's open to anybody, so do share it with your friends, with your neighbours, with your family members. You don't have to be in scouting to enjoy what could be the biggest ever virtual summer camp that we've ever seen. It's going to be a fantastic event, and I'm really looking forward to doing it. And in the morning tomorrow, I'm going to be building my den ready for my 24 hours. I'm actually going to do an indoor den this time, see how that works out for us. Maybe I'll be able to show you some pictures next week. Do sign up, and please do let other people know about it. It looks like it's going to be a fantastic weekend, and I'm really excited about it. Don't forget, you can also sign up for Goose, our Gloucestershire online out of the ordinary scouting experience. Just visit our website, gscouts.org.uk/goose with an extra O, and you'll find all of the details you need just to be able to register to get more information as we make it available. So just sign up, make sure you get that information first. Also this week, I'm really thankful to Carol, who's done another blog for us, another brilliant blog. You'll also find it on our homepage at gscouts.org.uk, and you'll find it on the news and update section on that front page. And this week, her blog is all about being kind. Thank you, Carol. Really appreciate you taking the time out to do those blogs. Also, while you're at our homepage, you'll find in the news and update section, alongside Carol's blog, you'll find the latest bumper edition of G Scouts magazine. We're really thankful to John and the team for putting that together. It's a bumper edition. There's loads of pages of great stories from around the county. And the great news is it's written by lots of different people as well. So a huge thank you to all of you that have contributed to that, and a huge thank you to John for putting it together every quarter. I think it's a brilliant read. Do go and take a look at it. You'll find it in the news and update section on our homepage at gscouts.org.uk. And just finally, Neckers. I'm really lucky this week because I've been sent through the Cheltenham District Necker. A big thank you to the team there for sending this through. This is the first District Necker I've got as County Commissioner. I'm really pleased. It's my first District Necker, and that's a bit strange because I've been DC in at least 5 of the districts over the past few years. So thank you to the Cheltenham District team. I think it's a fantastic scarf. I'm pleased to wear it, and I'm pleased to be able to continue to support you and the team as we go forward through the coming months. So thank you so much for that. So that's Cheltenham District. If you want to send me your scarf, especially a call out to all DCs out there that might want to send me their district scarf, if you want to send me a scarf, just drop me an email. I'll give you my home address and you can get it posted to me. I promise if you want them back, I will deliver them back to you. I'll get them posted back to you once we're able to return to face-to-face scouting. So if you have got a neck you want to send to me, please do. Just drop me a quick line. And I just want to pause at just this moment and say a big thank you to many of you. My team in particular have been going through some really tough times recently, whether it be because of the pandemic, whether it be for illness, worries at work, or challenges with family stuff that's going on for them. I know it's affecting many of us at the moment, but in particular I just want to send a big thank you out to the team that work alongside me and the broader activities team. They do a fantastic job, all of them. And we sometimes forget that actually what affects one person affects many of us. So I recognise out there the number of you that are going through some really tough times at the moment. So thank you for all you are doing, and thank you have done. And just remember that I am thinking of you all, and we'll be there to support each other when we can. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for everything you continue to do in scouting, and I hope you have a fantastic week. Speak to you all again very soon. Please remember to continue to stay safe